Simon Joseph's steady hand in wealth, from lacrosse fields to financial plans. Before Simon Joseph launched Joseph Wealth in Alexandria, Virginia, his morning started early on the lacrosse field. As a college athlete at Randolph-Macon, he learned how to move with strategy, read his opponents, and lead without shouting. Today, he brings that same focus and adaptability to managing people's financial futures. I've always believed that service and clarity matter more than flash. Simon says, good planning is about understanding the full picture and then building something that lasts. His story isn't one of overnight success. It's one of persistence, of staying rooted in a community he grew up in, and of turning years of industry experience into a business model centered on trust. Born and raised in Alexandria, Simon grew up working summers as a lifeguard and carpenter's assistant. He went to West Potomac High School and later studied economics and biology at Randolph-Macon College, where he also played varsity lacrosse. That hands-on work ethic followed him into finance. After graduating in 2008, he entered the industry during one of its most turbulent times. His first role was with ING Financial Partners, right as the financial crisis deepened. From there, he moved to Morgan Stanley and eventually to Truist Wealth, where he worked his way up to vice president over nearly 6 years. It taught me early that no plan is bulletproof, he says, but you can build flexibility into everything. In 2022, after more than a decade at major firms, Simon stepped away to create his own firm, Joseph Wealth. His approach is both high-touch and methodical. He creates custom financial plans for each client, then builds investment portfolios that prioritize upside capture, downside protection, tax efficiency, and simplicity. And while he uses market data and forecasts, he's just as focused on communication and transparency. People want to understand their money, not just hand it off. Simon explains. That's why I spend so much time breaking things down and mapping out the why behind every decision. He also maintains a strict sell discipline based on peer group standing and macroeconomic trends. Nothing in the portfolio is left to chance. Simon isn't trying to scale fast. He's trying to go deep. His clients tend to be long-term relationships, often beginning with major life events, retirement, a home purchase, or business transition. He focuses on 4 core areas: asset management, retirement planning, investments, and preparing for big purchases. But he sees his role as broader than just moving money. Sometimes the best thing I can do is talk a client out of doing something. He says, that only works if they trust me. And that trust is hard-won. He's known for keeping his client roster manageable, so he can stay responsive and available, whether that means taking a late call or working through a detailed scenario analysis on a weekend. Simon is a father of 3 boys, ages 8, 6, and 3. He and his wife also have 2 black labs, Duke and Sally, who are considered full family members. When he's not meeting with clients or reviewing portfolios, you'll often find him outside, fishing, golfing, or chasing his kids around the yard. He's also active in his community, serving as a deacon at First Baptist Church of Alexandria and volunteering in local outreach programs. Faith keeps me grounded, he says. It shapes how I treat people and how I run my business. One of the most formative experiences of Simon's career came during his time at Hilltop Securities, where he was named a top producer 2 years in a row before going fully independent. But he doesn't bring up awards unless asked. I don't believe in leading with credentials, he says. I lead with questions. What are your goals? What keeps you up at night? That's where the real work begins. For Simon, independence wasn't about control. It was about alignment. He wanted the freedom to build something that matched his values. Starting Joseph Wealth, let me slow things down and focus on what matters most. Doing right by people. No quotas, no scripts, just clarity and consistency. As financial advice becomes increasingly automated or product-driven, Simon Joseph's work stands apart for its steadiness. He doesn't chase trends. He doesn't overpromise. Instead, he brings clients into a process designed to last, not just for the next quarter, but through the next generation. You don't need the flashiest strategy, he says. You need a plan you'll actually stick to. That's what I helped build. And like on the lacrosse field years ago, Simon still shows up the same way, prepared, consistent, and always playing the long game.